What up, y'all? You alive and direct on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Track Life and your fam, Kev Sakota.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? This is about to be one of the most disjointed episodes. Looking at this list,
as every episode 20 should be.
As every episode 20 should be. It should be just, I even have a bonus in here if we even get to it.
All right.
Opening question.
Oh, we're going to get to the bonus. We have to.
Yeah, we should.
It's important.
Yeah, we should at least close the show with that no matter what. Yeah, opening question. This opening question is going to make you think that I actually don't come up with them before the show, but I think they actually end up better off. For first-time listeners only, Kev. How often...
What's up, first-time listeners?
What up?
Welcome.
On my personal Facebook page, which none of you are invited to, how often do I use the words white people or white folks?
To be honest, I don't know. I using my statistics,
Asian math.
I formulated the opinion that you use those words a lot.
All right. So let's double up the question real quick. Do I ever spell out the word white? Probably
not, because you're a coward.
Oh, God. All right. We're going to check y'all on the other side, man. Rap Sucks Radio. Let's roll.
What up, though? This is What Up, though, and you are listening to Rap Sucks Radio, because rap sucks, especially Trek Life's rap. If it's whack sucks. Rap sucks.
Yo.
111.
Yo, what it is, good people. You alive and direct on Rap Sucks Radio. Yeah, we got to get that out of the way. You're right, Kev. Please like, rate, subscribe, discuss, get down with us, especially on, Apple Podcast, but anywhere that you are, like, make sure that you are review it.
Use your words. Y'all love to write words and stuff on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Write words on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. On behalf of us.
For example, these guys are jerks.
I'm fine with that.
That'll work.
Yeah, that works out perfectly.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
Statistically accurate.
Yes. Yeah, actually I wanted to be more of a jerk last episode and I wasn't. So, you might even want to write that
pretty
down.
well.
Yeah, I still.
You're still young. You got time.
Plenty of time. And I'm going to work on it until my dying day. Sort of like Bill Lee, who is out here tripping.
Out here tripping.
Yeah, Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee. Did they vote for him because that rhymed? Okay. Anyway,
I mean, honestly, in this day and age, what better reason to vote for somebody?
There's that too. He has had proclaimed that July 13th is Nathan Bedford Forrest Day in Tennessee, a day of observation to honor the former Confederate general and early Ku Klux Klan leader whose bust is on display in the state capitol. That's already like...
And just to be specific, I'm assuming that the reason why he is a former Confederate general and early Ku Klux Klan leader is not because he changed his ways, it's because he died.
That is, yes. That we can confirm.
Okay, good. So that's good news. Okay.
Right, that he actually is no longer around. So there's that.
Right.
Per state law, the Tennessee governor is tasked with issuing proclamations for 6 separate days of special observation, 3 of which including the July 13th Forest Day pertaining to the Confederacy. January 19th for them is General Robert E. Lee Day. Did I read that? Yeah. So
probably.
So yeah, they Tennessee doesn't mess around about its Confederacy. It's not, not letting go of it.
I had a question about this. So the state law, does the state law mandate that 3 of those 6 days should pertain to the Confederacy?
No, I actually looked up that.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
It just mandates that the governor is supposed to proclaim 6 separate days of special observations.
Yeah, that would be about as ass backwards as toilets that flush the wrong way.
Well, proclaiming Ku Klux Klan member as like a special observation day is the toilet flushing the wrong way. But here's the kicker, though, and this is my note.
Shouts to Australia. No offense.
Shout out. Sheesh. Yo, if Ted Cruz is calling you out,
yeah.
If Ted Cruz tell you tripping, you are for real tripping. Like,
yeah.
Ted Cruz tweeted out, this is wrong in all caps. Nathan Bedford Forrest was a Confederate general and a delegate to the 1868 Democratic Convention, which, if you are any type of historian, know that the parties switched sides at some point. He was also a slave trader, different than a slave owner, and the first Grand Wizard of the KKK. Tennessee should not have an official day honoring him. Change the law.
In fairness, his racist LinkedIn is super solid. Jesus Christ, this dude. His resume is thick.
It is cracking off.
Good Lord.
Sheesh, man. He did not mess around.
No, he wasted. He was living his best racist life.
For real. And they are honoring this dude in Tennessee. I don't see how it's always going to be a question. I don't see how you can honor a person like this and still claim yourself to be not racist. You are certainly racist if your state is honoring this dude. Mr. Bill Lee, Governor Bill Lee, says that he signed the bill. I'll just read his quote. I signed the bill because the law requires that I do that, and I haven't looked at changing that law. He declined, however, to say whether he believed the state law should be changed. He said, I haven't even looked at the law other than knowing I needed to comply with it, so that's what I did. When we look at the law, then we'll see. That all sounds well and good, but he also...
No, it doesn't.
Well, it doesn't, but I'm saying,
All right, go ahead.
Well, it sounds well and good if there is a plan to look at the law, but he voiced his opposition to removing the bust of Forrest from its location outside of the State House, Senate, and House chambers, saying he thought, here's your quote, I feel like there should be a drum roll. He didn't want to remove General Forrest because he thought that it was a mistake to whitewash history.
Okay, listen. If you're a white dude whose last name is Lee and you want to talk about this issue and you want to use that phraseology, at least have the balls to say, it's a mistake to blackwash history.
Right? Gia.
And deal with the consequences forthcoming.
Matter of fact, that would probably get you voted in by a landslide next time.
It probably would, actually. Yeah. Sorry. I withdraw that previous comment so that he doesn't steal that shit.
Well, it's too late now. And, well, and here's the thing. I think that's why, well, you guys lost that battle, right? You tried to whitewash it.
Dude, that's the thing. So, first of all, he says the reason I asked if that's actually the state law that 3 of the holidays have to revere the Confederacy is because of what he said. He says that the law requires I do that.
Right.
And I haven't looked at changing the law.
Right.
It's like, you dumbass. The law does not require that you devote one of 6 holidays to a racist. Let's ask Kathy Zhu. Let's go ahead and text her. What is that? That's 1/6 of the holidays.
Kathy Zhu is one of the
what percentage of the holiday? 3 of the 6.
Kathy,
50%. No, cut it out.
No,
Stop.
I have a feeling that Kathy Zhu actually is one of the few Asians that is not good at math. Yes, I said that. Yeah, therefore she's taking this political stance because she feels left out. So I kind of blame you guys for
Zhu.
All my Asian listeners, not yours, Kev. I blame you guys for Kathy Zhu, by the way, just so you know.
Kathy Zhu.
Oh man, Bill Lee, you guys have already attempted to whitewash history, so good job with that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this completely crystal clear, motherfucking straight. The whole the conversation and argument and back and forth about Confederate monuments,
right,
is the cut it the fuck out.
Well, can I throw something out there at you that I've thought about quite a while about Confederate monuments?
You're the only other person on this podcast.
That is true. So I will do that. Yeah, shout out to Big Shug, man. We'll have you back in a little bit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? One of the first things that they did when they, I guess conquered Iraq was take down the statue of Saddam Hussein, right?
That's right.
Recognizing that the symbolism was the power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when there is an argument about removing Confederate statues from southern places like Tennessee, southern city halls and government facilities or whatever, or just all around the state, you know what I'm saying? When you say no, you are recognizing the symbolism and the power behind the symbol to have that statue up and remaining, and what that symbolism represents to one group of people as opposed to the next. And if you are in fact empowered by that symbol, then that actually says a lot about who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that automatically is like they should be taken down everywhere. You know what I mean? These people, I don't know if they're the same people. They are of the identical ilk of people who would put up a Kevin McHale statue at Staples Center. Jesus.
Or hang a fucking Bill Laimbeer jersey at the United Center. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Stop it. You lost.
You got to take that L.
Yeah. Just hold the L. If you know what, if you want, we will make we will mass produce an L statue and put that shit up wherever there's a Robert E. Lee or a Nathan Bedford Forrest or a Confederate flag or whatever. We'll just make you a flag and a statue that you could put up wherever the hell you want to.
Edit that joint into an L. I would love it. I would love every second of it. Oh boy. I actually thought when they took some of the statues down that they should be melted down or destroyed. They put them in like historical areas, and I was like, why? But I get it. You don't want to bury everything about history or whatever, or bury the positives and the bury the negatives and keep the positives. But at the same time, I was
right.
Yeah, that needs to be over for. That needs to be done with. Speaking of done with, by the way,
yeah,
we might be done with this show after this next topic.
Okay.
The Trump re-election campaign store has now sold more than 140,000 plastic straws in just a few days. President Trump's 2020 campaign manager Brad Parscale tweeted on Monday. I don't know which Monday that was based on when we got this article together. Parscale first promoted the plastic straws on Thursday. Again, I don't know what Thursday that was. I didn't write it down. In response to what the campaign website calls an alternative to liberal plastic straws. Peep that wording out. We got to get back to that.
Right.
Because he did say liberal plastic straws.
Yeah, because the straws hold political viewpoints.
Right. And okay. But then the president says liberal paper straws. Y'all see where I'm about to go with the clowning. Liberal paper straws don't work. Stand with President Trump in all caps and buy your pack of recyclable straws today.
Yep. So this is where I will deviate from every other opinion I have about this orange ass motherfucker. I am a person who I'd like to believe that I recycle responsibly. I probably over-index in my use of plastic, and for that, I'm trying to be more responsible. I have never been a big straw person. Like I can drink. I have a mouth. I can drink from the glass. However, all that said, I completely agree that paper straws are the most trash ass thing that human beings have invented in whatever century we're in.
I am going to do the rare thing that is done on this show and 100% disagree with you entirely.
You cannot in your life say that paper straws are a suitable, much less competitive replacement to plastic straws.
Leaving these paper straws in your water and or beverage. What are you doing? Why?
Wait, what do you mean?
The argument about paper straws is that they ultimately dissolve. That's the argument that I've heard.
Yeah, you know why? Because they're fucking paper.
Right, but they're compressed to a point where they should last quite a while, long enough for you to finish your drink. It's not like you're putting notebook paper in your glass.
The brown recycled paper.
The other thing, though, is I don't know if people realize this, but the most common country that took U.S. recycling was China. They've been pushing recycling back for like a year now. Like, no, we don't really want that.
We don't want that no more. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like going to the can recycling place and the guy's like, "We're good."
Yeah, we're good on that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which actually may happen soon if, a lot of countries just disregard the recycling entirely.
Yeah. But
yeah.
No. Plastic is a problem. In the oceans, it's a clear problem.
Sure.
But on this particular subject, I need to humble myself and admit, okay, so this dude ran and he said, we're going to do so much winning, you're going to be tired of all the winning. This is the first, in my opinion, winning that he 1000% won this argument. Because first of all, he's raising, if you're going to sell a 10-pack of fucking plastic straws for $15,
he is duping
you are
people.
So gangster.
He's duping everybody.
You are so gangster. I find it damn near impossible not to appreciate the high-level troll game that's being executed in this particular circumstance. It's like, I mean, come on. Man. And the straws, by the way, are red.
That is,
and they say Trump on them.
It is
so when the Dolphins wash up outside Mar-a-Lago, filled with red straws that say Trump on them, game, set, match, man. You won. You know what? I can't take anything away from you, Trump. In this particular instance, you played a great.
Well, when the sea life does wash up with Trump straws in their throats and wrapped around their necks, I'll say, Trump, you really killed it.
Yeah,
you killed it. Good job.
Wow, dad joke.
Yeah,
Dad joke.
There you go.
I'm supposed to be the dad joke dude.
Kev, are they liberal plastic straws or are they liberal paper straws? Because Farskill said that they were liberal plastic straws.
Yeah. Oh, so now you want to pick the situation where they need to get their messaging unified?
I mean, if you can't get it together on this.
Come on,
man. All right. Well, look, Brad
Parscale had one opinion, and his boss Donald Trump had alternate.
Maybe
facts.
liberal plastic straws are non-recyclable. You can only find them in turtle throats.
I wish that the woman who was drinking wine out of the Pringles can was drinking them out of a liberal paper straw.
Listen, by the time there is video of this show, I will be mimicking that exact action. I'm going to do it.
Dude.
I'm mobbing into the studio with drink.
Rap Sucks Radio branded Pringles cans.
We on.
For all the drink.
We on. I haven't hollered at anybody for a sponsor in quite a while. I think I'm going to go ahead and say, Pringles, holla at us. We got this one. We got you on this one.
We got dreams.
We do.
We got dreams.
Big dreams.
You can't stop us.
The dream of a lifetime. You can't stop us. That all fits. Kev, what do you do if you're driving on the freeway? And a truck, somehow an armored car, door swings open, hundreds of thousands of dollars sweep across your windshield. What do you do? This is...
Please don't sue us. Okay.
Yo, that was perfect because, I don't think that, they can't get us for that. Good job.
Man, I am growing an extra arm.
Listen. Oh, man.
So talk about it. This happened. This
happened.
And evidently has happened multiple times.
And it has happened multiple times. There was, as a matter of fact, before we get into this story, I remember when an armored truck flipped over off of an overpass into South Central. That was about 4 or 5 years ago. This incident, although happened in Dunwoody, Georgia, on Interstate 285, an armored car door swung open, releasing $175,000 onto the interstate. Viral video captured the aftermath. Dozens of opportunistic drivers pulled over or parked in the middle of the road, taking to the streets to collect as much as their fist would allow, per the Washington Post. The police department was actually pretty good sport about it. They actually stated the once in a lifetime weather event, this is actually a quote, that took place Tuesday night in a suburb north of Atlanta is perhaps the best described by your local police. They said cloudy with a chance of cash. Good job. Good job, Dunwoody Police Department, if that's who it was. Two questions I have. How were there no accidents? And why did some people actually return the money?
clearly the people from Dunwoody are fantastic drivers.
And some are fantastic people.
Well,
the title of this segment is "You Are Much Better Than I Am, Homie." I ain't returning one thin dime.
That's the thing. I read. My title to it was "This Week in She." Because so there was a gentleman who was quoted, Randrell Lewis, who said, "Quote: I just saw a cloud full of what looked like leaves.
Wow.
No, it was money. I could not believe my eyes. I'm not going to lie. The first thing I did was pull over and start picking up some money. Everybody started pulling over, and it was crazy. But that gentleman also said, I just wanted to really make sure I'm not going to get in trouble for this. God bless you." And then he went and turned in the money, and there's a picture in the New York Times of him holding a 50.
Yep.
Like he's holding one end of the 50, and the the representative from the precinct is holding the other end of the 50.
Right.
I want to know what happened.
That 50 gone.
After that photo.
That 50.
That 50 got torn in half, I hope.
Yeah, it did. But look, if he's smart, because I think they said, what, like $4,400 was returned or something like that. I'm don't quote me on that part. But let's use that number as an example. Let's hope that he had another 4,400 at home. And he decided to turn in part of it to make sure that he was cool.
Yeah, hedge your bets.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, all right, well, look.
What happened to possession is 9/10 of the law.
That is what was argued in the article. Like, hey, I got it. It's mine now. Man, I'm pulling it over. Man. It's going. He said it looked like leaves. It is going down.
Man, I'm looking like the people in the whatever Price is Right cash grab wind tunnel thing.
For real. And
homie,
they said people stopped in the middle of the highway. That joint would have been like Reg stopped in the middle of the highway. Like, yo,
I'm getting creative. Yeah. Dude, I'm putting super glue all over my body and just rolling around on the highway.
I got it. I'm stuffing my.
I will worry about the rest of the implications of that later.
The question of the day with this one, also another question of the day, is where was Sharon Bruner, who is also where's my sister? Where was my sister when all this went down? Is the question.
She blew it.
She blew it. Yeah, you messed up. The one reason that
she was probably checking out someone's abs.
That post was ridiculous. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah, so this is the thing. This has happened before. It has happened now. My suggestion is publicize a reward.
Sure.
Offer a legally binding, points on the package before asking anyone to return the money.
Yeah.
Because if I know I'm getting 20 points,
right?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a healthy vig. It's like maybe I'll turn it in.
Yeah.
I'm still pinching it.
Right. Yes. I'm gonna take my cut.
But I mean, come on. Let's be real. You fucked up.
The problem is, and I'm thinking, I don't know what they do with the mark because you can't put the money in the bank. I think at that point the money's marked and they would know what it is. Like I think.
I'm buying Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think I'm doing. It's going. You're not getting that money back. That's just the end
come
of the story. It's a wrap, man. It's once in a lifetime thing. Like it's going down.
Convert it.
Yeah.
Put it in ones. Make it rain. Who cares? That's windfall.
Yeah.
It's literal windfall.
Yeah, this is sort of a you lose, I win moment.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Get creative.
Yeah, you lose, I win. I'm keeping the bread. End of the story. Don't ask me. Don't ask me either. I don't even know why. Why are you even talking to me about this money? It's a wrap.
Right. What would you do? Shit.
Right? Oh man. We got a damn nature coming up.
All right.
But it ain't official though. That's what sucks about it. But I did try to make it official at the end.
Right? Because everything else we do is official.
Well, most other things.
Highly vetted.
The title of this topic is "Damn Nature, You High as Fuck."
Yep.
After arresting a suspect trying to flush his stash of meth down the toilet earlier this month, the Loretto Police Department I did do this on purpose, in Tennessee, posted on Facebook warning people against doing the same, as the drugs could leak into nearby bodies of water and create, you ready, Kev? Meth gators.
Meth gators.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know what that was. The post went.
I had a heavy metal band in high school named Meth Gators.
Oh man, come on, you failed. That should have been successful. The post went viral, Kev, generating dozens of news reports from New Zealand to China and causing the police force, the Loretto Police Department, to feel the need to issue a clarification. They were just joking. Damn.
That's a responsible thing.
That is a responsible thing to do. Drug addicted alligators don't really exist. Parentheses,
right.
That they know of. The source for this is metalfloss.com.
I mean, because meth heads, make sure that they monitor the Twitter feed for the negative effects of meth, and then follow up on that research to make sure that if anything controversial pops up, that they can look for retractions. That's how that works.
I have no idea what to do with certain information. The key here that's really entertaining is that they first of all, the multiple uses for meth gator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a person who does an exorbitant amount of meth.
All right.
Meth gator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Goodbye, Crimson Tide. Hello, meth gators.
Hello, meth gators. Right? Yeah. A person that, gets a little snappy after they have meth. They get on your nerves.
What was it? Chance the Snappery?
Oh, man. Stop.
Good Lord.
A person that gets a little chatty. Man. Stop being a meth gator. Just do this meth and be quiet.
You know what the good news is? The good news is that Governor Bill Lee can get rid of the Nathan Bedford Forrest Day and proclaim a Meth Gator Day.
Meth Gator Day would be the best day of
Tennessee Meth Gator Day.
Tennessee Meth Gator Day. And they did have to say, alas, the meth gator is not real. Damn it. I wanted it to be real so bad. They said, let's say that again in all caps. The meth gator is not, parentheses, Kev, at this time, real.
I love the hedge. Meth, by the way, I'm pretty sure meth is going to kill any living being aside from humans.
Is there anything that can kill a damn...
On contact.
I'm going to roll out another disagreement here. Alligators and crocodiles have survived too damn much to die from meth. They've been around quite a while, man. I'm imagining they've seen some poisonous waters. They just...
Hey, listen. Only time will tell. It's a waiting game.
It is a waiting game just to see how it goes. They've had to explain this to I think the people of Alabama. They've had to explain this to.
Yeah.
Oh man! Wow. Bobby Joe Killen is the police chief of Loretto.
Yo Bama meth.
The message here is don't flush drugs down the toilet. For various reasons. I don't know. Provided that if I don't do this, I might go to jail or go to jail for longer.
That's the whole thing. It's like, oh, so I'm going to stop and pause when I'm getting ready and when I'm in a situation where I might flush thousands of dollars or, tens of dollars of illicit drugs down the toilet and think about nature.
How much do I care? Yeah, I don't care. All right, but I do
with the clarity of thought that it can only be brought upon by meth use.
Hey,
all right. It's all sound reason.
It is all sound.
Yeah.
Cases of methed up animals do exist. Kev, you ready for one case of methed up animals?
I stay ready.
One Australian prison, pause, launched a program.
Okay.
Launched a program where staff and inmates help rehabilitate animals like pythons. Don't want to meet a python on meth. Bearded dragons. Yep. Don't want to meet one. Period. Yep. And blue tongue.
Game of Thrones. That's the Game of Thrones sequel,
right? That's when the dragon's old. Bearded dragons. And blue tongue lizards, which is also a Game of Thrones sequel. Rescued by the police during meth lab raids or found in the area. What does a meth python act like? Ian Mitchell, a senior overseer for the facility, told the Telegraph the python was more aggressive, confused, and more erratic than normal.
A lot of scratching. How does a meth python scratch?
This topic is so dead.
The meth python is just grinding its teeth or whatever.
Right, it does.
I'm assuming that my comments show that I actually don't know what happens when you.
I have no idea what happens
when
to a
you
person
do
with meth. I technically could drive up the street to another part of the city and figure that out right now. Actually, not by doing it, but just by watching. The further you get up the 210. Anyway.
Word. Meth pythons.
Meth pythons.
Which, by the way, can replace Meth Gator Day. I mean, not Meth Gator Day should be a day in Tennessee, but also Meth Python Day should replace Robert E. Lee Day.
It should. It should. I can't even.
I mean, come on. It's Tennessee.
Well, but if you
Meth Bearded Dragon Day,
Meth Bearded Dragon Day, yeah, we can do any day you want. It's one of the 6 days. Just give a different day to each meth creature. The I guess a notable fact though is that meth came from Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. That is where meth came from.
You know what else came from Hawaii?
What's that?
Obama.
Oh
no, I'm sorry. He came from Kenya.
Oh, Jesus. That's
my fault.
Birth certificate issues.
Fake news.
Fake news. This next topic, I believe, also should be assumed to be fake.
It's not.
It's actually
Facts.
A real thing. This happened.
Yep.
A mother was arrested for having her 2 daughters ride in an inflatable pool on top of her car.
Above ground pool like a motherfucker.
That's Kev Sakota one entitled this above ground pool. This oddly enough ties into meth gators for some odd reason.
Tell me how.
I feel confident.
Go on.
I feel incredibly confident that Jennifer Yeager, the mother of those 2 kids,
all right,
she was either on meth or running from alligators. Those are the only 2 acceptable reasons to put your children on top of your car in an inflatable pool. Her reason was that she had just inflated the pool up the street and didn't want to deflate the pool, so she put the kids in it and just rode back up the street. That's basically, I'm paraphrasing her reasoning.
Listen. Oh, by the way, I don't have a note. What kind of car does she drive?
I don't know, but there's a picture of it.
Because I'm assuming she strapped that pool on top of a car that makes absolutely no sense. We're strapping a inflated pool on top. Oh. It's an Audi.
Get it. You better get
It's an Audi.
Jennifer Yeager. You better get it.
Oh my God.
Audi. She was.
That's terrible.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Well, it's not the worst thing, but it's up there.
God. I expected to be like a, I don't know. Pinto.
Would you be as mad if it was like a pickup truck though? With the pool in the back?
No.
Yeah, I think that would be actually kind of cool.
Totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Totally acceptable.
You can win that way.
Yeah. Just honestly, forget about the pool. Just throw a tarp in the bed of your truck. You got a pool. Get out of here. Come on. We know the rules. Come on, man. We're not monsters.
Yeah.
We have empathy.
Do your kids an incredible favor and have them jump into that pool.
Just spread saran wrap all over the flatbed of your truck and then throw water in it. Just, come on, man. You good.
Do it.
Beat the heat.
Kid jumps into that pool and breaks every bone. The knee bone's connected to the... Yeah.
She said she drove into town to inflate the pool at a friend's house. So she lives in such a remote part of wherever the fuck she lives that nobody has an air compressor.
Loretta. Oh my God.
And she can afford an Audi, but she can't afford a pump.
Cannot afford a pump. Like, priorities here, Jennifer. Priorities. You know what I'm saying?
The overarching message of this story is that this is when dropping the kids off at the pool goes wrong.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hooray!
I don't even. Oh my God. It's the greatest worst.
Let's end on a more positive note.
Sure. It's going to be the shortest show we've ever done, but let's do it.
Okay, is it?
Yeah. It is certainly going to be.
Oh wow.
Yep. But it was scatter. This is the Scatterbrain Topic Show, episode 20. You guys got to bear with us on this one. I mean, we did bring.
I'm trying to figure out if there's something else we can talk about before we end the show on a positive note. Perhaps Beyonce.
Well, I don't want to get into the Bey Hive, but
Why not? Well, okay, first of all, is it Bey Hive or Bey Hive?
It is the Bey Hive, a organization.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, my wife is a strong, active member of said group.
Listen, her husband calls her Bee.
Do I? Well,
Hives. No, not Randy's husband. Beyonce's husband calls her Bee. Unless you're the same person, perhaps you are.
I am not.
He calls her Bee. Hives are inherently associated with bees.
Right.
Nevertheless, we as Americans, as patriotic Americans, choose to call this organization the Bey Hive.
Forget old head energy. This is old news energy right here, by the way.
The devil is at work here.
This is old news energy, by the way. To the point where it's like we are really grasping at paper straws here. So the Bey Hive had a flip out moment. Let me get the article open.
You are going to get into it.
I'll
Yes.
I
peer pressured you into talking about a story that is about 3 months old.
It is, yeah. I'm all for it though.
Fantastic.
Nicole Curran, the wife of Golden State Warriors owner Jack Lacob, and this is not the one that tried to manhandle Kyle Lowry, by the way. Mm-hmm. Said Thursday that she received, you ready?
Yep.
Death threats on social media and even deleted her Instagram account after what some considered a less than cheerful reaction from Beyonce to Curran talking with Jay-Z courtside. There's a picture of this. It's an ESPN article. Right. This is not new news by any stretch of the imagination because this happened during the playoffs. But Bey Hive. But is this a Bey Hive thing? I guess so. Yeah, they're defending Beyonce. Yeah,
Right.
I was gonna say it's more of a J Hive thing.
They got live.
They have, yes, so much life. Yeah, you guys are triggity trash. Y'all got to knock it off.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that's a blanket
Well,
statement.
you got to knock it. In this regard, you got to knock it all the way. The 14 of you who were strong enough to create a hashtag, the 14 of you that were serious enough about it, at least, y'all got to chill. Bey ain't tripping. And if Bey was tripping, I mean, just put him in an elevator with Solange. She'll knock it out.
Oh. You just got inappropriate, I think.
He said sometimes she goes down when it's $1 million in the elevator.
It's,
That's
yeah,
what Jay
exactly.
said. That was his excuse for being beat up by Solange.
Man, that's what's up. But there was a still image, right?
Yes.
In which, from the best I can tell, the current lady was asking Jay-Z what he wanted to drink or something.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. That would be a fair implication.
And the image captured Beyonce, unlike 99% of people who get courtside seats watching the goddamn game. And the conclusion that was jumped to was that she had a problem with this lady talking to her dude.
Wait. Who watches?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Mrs. Curran looks like shocked that Beyonce's watching the game.
Yeah, man. Listen, America. America, let me tell you something. America, I'm not scared of you. America, let me tell you something. Soft shit like this is why Canada has taken over.
Has Canada taken over? Oh, yeah, they did just win a championship, and, Drake has got all these record sales. Yeah, Canada might actually be putting up a fight right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Cut it out. Cut it out.
They're never going to stop.
America first. America first.
They're never going to stop. I got to do this bonus shout out real quick.
Let's do it.
As a bonus, man, I want to sincerely shout out Silence Jackson of Baldwin Park High School. Yep. She won 5th, which she should have done one. I think she should have won higher. I didn't see all the other projects or whatever, but 5th in a National History Day competition. She presented about Black Wall Street. She made a documentary about Black Wall Street, and she won 5th in a National History Day competition. And I just got to say, Silence Jackson, you are not silenced. You silencing other folks. I'm hype. I'm excited. Shout out to the 626 in the building.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's a moment.
Okay.
It's a moment for the 626. We out here.
That's right.
Young, black, and bold. The source is the San Gabriel Valley Tribune, but congratulations to Silence Jackson. Like that's a very, very dope thing, man. I'm very happy to see that someone actually presented that story, and I'm hoping that it was recognized by people who didn't know about that situation. For those of you guys who do not know about Black Wall Street, I think I'm not going to go into a detailed explanation of it. It was one of the most horrible riots and destructions of a community in the United States, which says quite a bit because there have been some horrible ones. And it happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm going to post about it on our RSR podcast to give you some explanation. But Silence Jackson,
yeah. So when this dumbass talks about going back to where you came from and fixing it, and Black Wall Street represented a community coming together to prosper as a collective unit
Correct.
And as a result, were massacred. And the fact that most people don't know what happened. Most Americans don't know this piece of their American history. Nevertheless, we have politicians who are celebrating an army that lost. Yet this young lady is bringing to light something that most Americans have maybe never even heard of, much less thought about the impact and the ramifications of not only the tragedy, but what was being built.
Right.
I mean, it's like it makes just take your monuments and take your old head energy flag,
right,
and shove them up your outdated stars and bars.
You will stand for this flag before you stand for the oppressed, and that's been proven time and time again. And Silas Jackson bringing that story to light for, like you said, people who likely had never heard of it or dismissed it, and dismissed the impact that it had economically on Oklahoma and that part of the Midwest. Had that community been able to continue to strive, we have no idea how great they could have been. And this was one of many things, but you mentioned celebrating a, army that lost. But you're also celebrating the first Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
The group that was responsible for the Tulsa riots. So you're celebrating terrorists. You know what I'm saying? In the name of whatever supremacist belief you have, you celebrate terrorists. People who terrorized your fellow Americans. When you are, going back to last week's episode, Kathy Zhu, you want to talk about police brutality? They deputized their homeboys so that they could weaponize them to kill the people of Black Wall Street. So the fact that America doesn't discuss or know this story, the fact that America doesn't know that there was confession by the United States government or by United States government organizations, CIA and FBI, confirming that they were involved in the killing of Martin Luther King. The fact that the United States does not know this, your average United States citizen does not know this, is by and large one of the more powerful reasons why we always end up in these bigoted situations like this presidency, for example, to begin with, because you constantly choose to ignore and or not care about the history of all people in this country, only the history of your own people. And that's the travesty.
Mm-hmm. And we will maintain that we are ending this episode on a positive note because this young lady is not just showing that she has a recognition of history, but making an effort in a positive way to share that history with anybody who is not aware of it.
Yep.
But you use the word terrorism, and we talked about the word racist and racism.
Right.
And my feeling on it was, in my very simple-minded way of saying, shut the fuck up if you're offended by somebody calling you that. Because if they're calling you that, the first thing you need to do is shut the fuck up and think about why they're calling you that. There's been a lot of, when Charlottesville happened, people talking about domestic terrorism or white terrorism, for that matter.
Right.
And the counter arguments that I saw even in my social media, which is very biased to the left, admittedly, was that terrorism is either a religious or political statement. Well, now you have politicians in office who are using race to enact policy that subjugates the people who will vote against them.
Right. Right.
So when this shit happens, no matter how you slice it, that's some terrorist shit.
By and large.
And guess what? They're not going to be burning down things.
No.
Actually, they might be because they're fucking crazy. But in the year 2019, they might continue to burn things down. But what they will also do is prevent you from voting.
Right.
To prevent you from speaking out. To make it harder, incrementally harder and harder to say what you want to say.
Right.
And just as your homegirl Kathy Sue wants to express her opinion, if you don't vote and you don't support the candidates who can beat the people who are completely subjugating your democratic rights.
Yep.
You're letting them do it.
You are. And what you'll learn once you read about Black Wall Street is that when you empower somebody.
And that's as close to allowing terror. I mean, I won't say that.
Well,
don't allow it to happen. Don't allow it to happen.
No, don't. Because once you give somebody that type of power, they do horrible things. And that's what they have done. But either way, we want to make sure that we do end with Silence Jackson's name being respected on this show. Congratulations. Thank you for contributing such a powerful story. And you are listening to Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam Kev Sakota.
Yep.
And we will talk to y'all next week, man. Thank y'all. This is episode 20, so thank y'all for rocking with us. We will only continue to get better from here. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, review. And we are out of here like last year, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Peace.
Peace.